Hi, I'm Elaine and welcome to my channel. Well, yesterday it was a beautiful day and I was off, so we went about an hour and a half away to one of our local pork stores, and they have a wonderful selection of pork. They've got ham, sausages, bacon, everything that you can think of, and that's related to pork. And so one of the things that they have that we really enjoy is the sausage. Now, this is a 4-pound package that I got. I paid $13.95 for it, and I think that worked out to $3.49 a pound, so that's not too bad. And this is really good sausage. It's among some of the best that we've ever had, the best tasting. So I'm going to, he bought 16 pounds of this pork, so I'm going to be freezing and putting up pork today. So I was going to show you how I'm going to freeze this into individual patties. Now it'll work well if you have a vacuum sealer. Unfortunately, my vacuum sealer died a long time ago, so I'm back to doing this the old-fashioned way. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So let me just turn you down so you can see what I'm doing. Bring that a little bit closer. There we go. Okay, so this is that pork sausage that I just showed you, and so I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, just like that, and I'm just going to take it and put it on my cutting board, because what I want to do is cut this in about 4 equal pieces, because that'll make 1 pound pieces. So I'm going to start by cutting it in half, and I'm going to cut those halves in half like so. And this will just help me get my pieces a little more uniform. Okay, and one more thing I'm going to do is cut it in half lengthwise. And because again, it'll just make it, get those out of the way, a little easier to handle. Okay. And get those, get them divided up evenly so that we get nice sized patties. Okay, so at this point, we're just going to pinch off a little bit, and I'm going to shape this into a ball. And y'all know how to make patties, so I'm not going to really spend a whole lot of time teaching you how to do that. So let me turn the camera around a little bit, and what I'm going to do is whoa, there went my husband's chair, made a little noise over there. What I'm going to do is just lay the raw patties on the cookie sheet, just like so. And I hope y'all are having a great weekend so far. We are. We've, like I say, went to that pork store yesterday, and that's always fun to do, because they have so many interesting things to see, and plus it's in the country, so it's a nice little country ride for us. So, and we a couple of weeks ago went on our first camping trip with our camper. And that was fun. I'll probably post a little bit about that, because I did take some pictures and video of that. So I probably will put something on there about that in the near future as well. And maybe some of the places that we're going to go camping. I think that might be, those of you that like to be outdoors sometimes, I think that would be interesting for you. Hope it would be anyway. Okay. Alright, so I am going to fill these 2 cookie sheets, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, I have made up my patties and put them on cookie sheets. I've already got 2 of them loaded into the freezer, and I wanted to show you how I was going to load this one in. Now, one thing that you want to make sure of is you want to make sure that your patties are not touching, because you don't want them to stick together. So there has to be enough room between the patties that you're not going to have anything sticking together. And also, I have washed my hands in hot soapy water before I'm handling my plastic wrap or anything else, because I want to make sure that I don't have anything contaminated. So when you get done making your patties, unless you're using those little plastic gloves, which I don't do because I don't know, I function better without them. So, but if you're not using gloves, you want to make sure that you wash your hands in hot soapy water before you go any further with this, so which I have done. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my plastic wrap and, okay, we're stuck here. Hold on just a minute. It does that sometimes. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to take my plastic wrap and I'm going to put it over my sausage patties that I've got ready to go into the freezer. And I'm just going to put some just loosely over these, so just enough so that they won't get any freezer burn. Okay. There we go. Okay, and when these are frozen, I will be right back with you and I'll show you how to handle them from there. And actually, I'm going to freeze my half-pound packages next so that I'll have those for different recipes and different things. So I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, I am back with you, and I have my second 4-pound package of sausage, and we're going to do the same thing we did before. I'm going to cut it in half. Then I'm going to cut the other part in half. And then I'm going to cut this section in half. So that we should have 4 fairly equal, approximately 1-pound pieces here. Now I only want to freeze a half a pound, so what I'm going to do is cut these in half lengthwise so that I have about 1/2 pound sections. Because most of the recipes I use only call for about a half a pound of sausage added, and also if I wanted to make sausage gravy or something like that, my husband and I typically only use about a half pound at a time. So if I have them in a full 1-pound package, we'll wind up with a lot of waste, and we don't want that. So I'm going to do these in half-pound packages. So, okay, let me rinse my hands off a little bit. Now what I'm going to do here is take a little of the plastic wrap and cut this off. Now, spread that out a little bit. Move this over so you can see. You can't see real good. Okay, put that over here. Now I'm going to take a piece of my sausage piece of the half-pound sausage that I got out. I'm going to flatten this down. And then I'm going to fold over my plastic wrap and flatten this a little more. Okay. And let me wash my hands again before I do this part. Be right back. And again, that was hot soapy water. Okay, now what I'm going to do with my little freezer bag is I'm going to label this and date it. So this is breakfast sausage. And today's date is 9/18/21. Turns out to be my grandson's birthday today, so just say happy birthday, Joshua. He's 27 today, so it's hard to believe. my grandbabies aren't babies anymore. Okay, so I'm going to place that ½ pound of sausage in the Ziploc bag and just flatten it as much as I can and get as much of the air out of it as I can. And then I'm going to seal it. And flattening it out like this, when I do my second one, it'll lay right on top of that. And these will actually stack in the freezer and not take up a lot of room, so that's a good thing. Okay, so let me turn this back a little bit. Okay, and now, so I'm going to finish doing the rest of this sausage, and then when my little patties get frozen, I will be back with you and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, I'm back and our sausage patties have frozen, and I started putting some in the bag, and you'll notice that I did date and tell what's in the bag. I don't put anything in my freezer unless I date it, so I'm pretty much a stickler for that. I make sure everything has a date on it. Okay, and so I'm going to turn you down so you can see what I'm doing, and there are my frozen patties, and here's the bag. Okay, and so we just take, whoops, drop that one, we just take these patties off of the pan where they froze, and we'll just put them in the bag. And see, this way, when someone wants a piece of sausage, they can just go in and get what they want, and we don't have to worry about thawing anything out or worry about it being frozen when you want it. This way they're right there when you want them and ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to finish taking these up and get these in the freezer. And I do want to thank you for watching, and I hope that the video has helped. And if you did find it helpful and enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like, leave a comment. I'd be very happy. I always read my comments, and I'd be very happy to hear from you. So y'all have a great weekend, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.